This here is the chop saw. This is the fence right here. That's the table. When you're cutting wood, you gotta make sure this fence is nice and clean. So get all the sawdust out, because the piece of wood can't be away from the fence, otherwise you're gonna have a little kickback or some binding action. This is the guard right there, and this is the trigger right there. Power's off. So right here it says no hands, so all the way from there to there, no hands. So you have to have your wood at least 12 inches long and be hanging over this no hand zone. You want to push it firmly to the table, firmly on the fence, fence and table. And when you're cutting, you start the motor up. When it's not touching your wood, start it up, let it come to full speed, bring it down, and go all the way to the bottom. When you're at the bottom, then take your hand off the trigger, the power button here, let it glide to a stop, and then bring it up. One other thing is, your wood has to be flat enough that it's flat against this fence here. If it's protruding out, it's going to have a tendency to bind as well, which it'll just be a rough cut, unsafe, so we don't do it. When we're cutting wide stock, you can pull it out like this from this arm, sliding arm, and then bring it all the way down, and then bring it all the way towards the fence. If you go the other way, bring it down, and this way, you're going to have some kickback or some binding action. It's not going to be safe for you to do that. So, generally, when the wood is kind of our standard thickness, we lock this in place so that arm right here cannot slide. And we just bring it down, and that's it. So here's what it looks like. We've got a piece of wood, got no space on the fence. I'm gonna push it on the table, push the fence. This line right there, if you can see that, that's a little shadow, and that's gonna tell you exactly where to cut. So we'll start it up, we'll bring it down, and then stop it at the bottom. So it kind of looks like this. Okay, you need some eye protection. Ear protection is good as well. Trigger, right there. Pushing to the fence. Line your piece up. My fingers are out of that no hand zone. Pushing, start her up. Stop the motor, wait till it glides to a stop.